Musa, did you hear that? Henry here found us that stupid document.
And he dealt with the traitors. Perhaps even too well for my taste.
Let them rot in hell, the Horsens.
And what now? Will you head out for Sedlets?
The sooner the better. Don't tell me you'll miss me.
It is just that you have not finished telling me the story of George and the dragon.
Really? All right, but telling us... You too, Henry. Drink.
Me? I don't drink much.
Call yourself a man? As your captain, I order you. I don't like drinking alone. And you can forget about Musa.
Alcohol and gambling may have their uses, but they are also sinful. And much more sinful than beneficial. I mean, look at yourself. A man should have 4 humors in his body. But you have replaced them all with alcohol.
You're no saint yourself. I've heard from the bathhouse wenches how you can't take your eyes off them.
Every creature is beautiful and noble. For Allah created them thus. I'm just admiring his work.
You've got a way with words, I'll give you that. All the more reason I don't understand why you don't drink and play dice.
I simply do not want to.
But I fucking do. So come on, Henry. You'll play with me at least.
You mean get my ass kicked?
Nah, why not?
Because that's usually what
game.
happens.
That's the spirit. You're a man after my own heart.
Careful, friend. Winning money of the captain is never a good idea.
I won. That's the way it's fucking done.
That's an insane amount of money to be losing.
Damn it. I almost had you. Oh well, you were better, sir.
Come now, don't start blubbing. And now for a drink. And so St. George hops on his white steed, and he rides to the lake, where he sees a huge mountain with a cave at the bottom. Stench of sulfur, it's wafting from it. And so, he shouts at the top of his lungs into the cave and says, "Come out, dragon! I challenge you to a fight!" And so, all of a sudden, the mountain moves, and massive dragon looks down at George and says, "Sir Knight, I accept your challenge, but why the fuck are you shouting up my arse?" I love that, sir. Up his arse.
Sir, you have to come with me quickly. The surgeon too.
Can't you see we're in the middle of serious debate?
No, please, come quickly, before it's too late.
What's going on?
This is Chatan. He leads the Cumans.
He has been stabbed.
Don't tell me Catherine got in trouble.
We will not get anything out of him in this state. We must get him to the infirmary before he bleeds to death.
Someone, please explain to me what the fuck is going on here?
They said they just found him like this.
These two, they were on guard in the tower, and out of the blue they heard a scream.
When his men find out about this, we'll be lucky to not end up in the same position as him.
We've got to move him quickly. He's in plain sight here.
Quick, before it's too late.
I'll help you with him.
You two, go to the gate. Don't let anyone in. You got it? What are your orders, Lord of Burablaka?
What do you think? Catch the bastard who did it!
Well, that never would have occurred to me.
Don't make me mad. If your men had done their sentry duty properly, we could have spared ourselves this fuck-up.
I'll deal with Aldebert and Radovan, don't you worry.
All right. You search this place, and I'll go to see Chertan in the infirmary.
Right now?
What good can you do there?
Do what I said and don't concern yourself with me.
Fine. Go to hell for all I care. So, Henry, church hands at death's door. Musa is up to his elbows in his guts. Grosov won't do a fucking thing. And I'm pissed out of my head. I'd like to hear any suggestions.
Well, the most important thing is to keep this hushed up. Things will really go to shit if anyone finds out.
It's true. Doesn't take much to get that Kuman rabble's blood up. I don't want to end up in a goulash. We're gonna have to sort this out. Being a commander here is a right pain in the arse. Soldiering was different in my day. Nobody would have dared stab an officer right in the camp. Kurva. You know what, soldier? I'm gonna go and take care of something in my tent for a while.
Okay.
What am I supposed to be looking for?
I don't know. Anything. Have a look around. Maybe you'll find some clues. Maybe you'll find the murderer himself. Fucking and drinking until we're all slaughtered. Sigismund wants us all hung, drawn, and quartered.
And the lock looks scratched. Maybe someone tried to get inside without a key. Was someone trying to steal something? Or perhaps I'm not the only one who's looking to make mischief here. Well, there's powder all over the place. One spark and the whole store would be blown sky high. Are the soldiers really so lax? Or could there be more to it than that?
I should probably put the torch away if it really is that dangerous.
Catherine was right. I'll never get such a massive cannon out of here. I have to get Katz to move it out of the camp somehow.
Good to see you.
God be with you. Was it you who found Chertan?
Aye. Me and my comrade there.
I need to ask you a couple of questions.
I don't know nothing.
What did you do when you found Chertan?
It all happened so fast. Before we could come to our senses and decide what to do, Crow turned up.
Crow?
Aye. He heard the racket and came to see what was going on. And I'll tell you, when he saw Chertan, he went as pale as a ghost. If it wasn't for him, Chertan would have bled to death there.
You really didn't see anything? You're standing there on the tower, and you don't hear a man getting murdered? That's a bit odd, isn't it?
Are you deaf? I told you we didn't notice nothing.
No, I believe you. But that only tells me you weren't taking your guard duty as seriously as you claim you were.
Well, it's possible.
What's possible?
It's possible we dozed off for a while.
Oh, Christ. I knew it. You two were asleep up there.
No. We might have just shut one eye for a moment, but we wasn't sleeping. We'd have noticed if anything happened there. But before Chertan started yelling, it was all peace and quiet.
How did you find Chertan, actually?
We heard yelling, so we went to take a look. I don't miss nothing, see? And there was Chertan, crawling in pool of the blood and babbling something.
Before the murder, did you see anyone hanging around by the powder store? Doing something with the lock, maybe? Or...
Nobody went up there the whole night. I'm telling you, we was watching like hawks.
There were two of you on guard duty, yeah? What's the other soldier like?
Him? He's a good pal of mine. The best in the whole camp. Always happy to listen to what I have to say, and that's plenty, believe me. The things I've seen since we left Prague. I'd never have dreamt of some of the things I've seen in this world.
How did you find Chertan?
I don't remember too well. I remember we heard someone yelling. So we ran down to the ammunition store, and there he was on the ground.
Have you noticed anyone suspicious hanging around by...
There's always someone going in and out. But no strangers. In fact, everyone who has access came to the place where Chertan was lying.
As far as I know, there were two of you on guard duty on the tower.
Him? God's teeth. He's the most annoying bloke I've ever...
Anyone can be a bit of a twat sometimes.
But he out-twats them all. He never stops banging on about the most run-of-the-mill things. I try to tell him I'm not fucking interested. Between you and me, It's quite a relief that this business with Churton has shut him up for a while.
So this is where Chertan lives. That's one serious lock. There must be something important inside.
Yep, which means it'll be a pain in the ass to break it, but here we go.
So Grozav owes Chertan money. Sakra.
Okay.
Right. I've searched the whole place.
Did you find anything?
I found out a lot of things. The powder store is unlocked, for instance. Shouldn't be, should it? But you know what's even more important? I found a document in Chertan's tent that says Grozav owes him a lot of money.
First of all, you can read? I didn't expect that. Second, and more importantly, don't tell anyone, all right? Grozov might think we suspect him of something, and we certainly don't. Not until we find more evidence, at least. Let's hope Chertan can tell us something. Come on, let's go and see if Moose is done with him yet.
Where the fuck have you been all this time? While you lot have been playing with cocks up there, Chertan croaked.
What? Musa couldn't save him?
That fucking sawbone of yours finished him off, more like. He took one of his pagan potions and poured it down his throat.
What the hell are you talking about?
That's what I'd like to know. Can someone explain what the fuck happened here?
Chertan's dead. Not from his wounds. He was poisoned. So Grozav is right about that. But he could not be more wrong about the rest.
How dare you, you foreign dog!
Calm down, sir. Go on, Musa.
When Chertan was brought here, he was bleeding heavily, and his wounds needed stitching. But he survived. Then I gave him some wine to prepare him for treatment. That is the usual procedure. But what was not usual was that he started vomiting blood. And then he died.
Isn't it possible you gave him the wrong treatment? Maybe you missed something.
I have taken care of countless wounded men. I know what I am doing. And if I say Chertan was poisoned, then he was poisoned.
Okay.
They must have mixed something into the wine.
What do you have wine for if you don't drink?
As I said, I give it to wounded men to ease their pain and for certain complaints. It is not all that common in my country. But I follow the teachings of the great scholar Ibn Sina. You Christians know him as Avicenna. I tried other alcohol as well. But drinking mead makes my patients worse. And if I give them beer, they almost always shit themselves.
That's enough! Keep an eye on this fiend till I bring the guards.
Wait, sir. I have no idea what happened here, but Musa is definitely innocent. Chertan was stabbed first, wasn't he? And Musa was with me in my tent when that happened.
So, he's in league with someone else?
With one of the half-wits here? I doubt that.
Are you sure you're not trying to cover for him?
I beg your pardon.
Don't try that on me. I know very well you and that foreigner are best pals.
I will happily take an oath. I may not be a nobleman like you, but that doesn't mean I don't have my honor.
There's no way Musa is to blame. Even if he wanted to kill Chertan, he must have known that suspicion would fall on him first.
The lad's right.
Might I say a word about this matter?
You can be glad you're not in irons.
Please, sir. Give me some time, and I will bring to you the real murderer. We won't leave this place until we clear this up.
So I'm supposed to let a murderer go and put up with you in my camp meanwhile. Are you yanking my pizzle?
But, sir...
Silence! Musa will remain under guard in his tent. He will not speak to anyone until the royal justiciar arrives from Sedlets. He'll deal with him. And my advice to you two is to sit on your asses and twiddle your thumbs. If word gets out that Chertan's been done in, things will get pretty hot around here for all of us.
Where do you think you're going, Henry? Stay here and talk. What do you say to all this?
Well, sir, I may not understand what all this is about, but I think we should help Musa somehow.
I'm glad we see eye to eye on this.
What are we going to do then?
That's what I'd like to know. We have to find the real murderer as quickly as possible. But what do I know about that? I'm not the royal justiciar.
You really don't have any idea what to do next?
How could I? We should probably talk to Musa. Find out exactly what happened.
He just
But
told
Grozov
us.
has him under guard.
And there's no way I can get to him. But you could do it.
Me?
Who else, soldier? I need help. Someone I can trust. And you spent the whole evening with me. You have to get rid of the guard somehow. And get to Musa.
All right. How much time do we have?
I'm not sure. Grozov will most likely write a report to Sigismund, and delivering it to Sedlitz won't take long. Then he has to appoint a deputy who'll take care of it. I bet my shirt it'll be Stibber of Stiebersitz. And how long before he gets here? I'd say we have 2 days or so.
All right. I'll try to distract the guard somehow.
Good idea. Grozov's men are all blockheads. And Henry, be careful. I'm depending on you.
Yeah. Hi.
Henry? What are you doing here?
Now, to hell with Grozov. Katz believes you didn't do it. We have to clear your name somehow.
I truly appreciate that. But I am not sure that is possible. Tinge sireye, mene mene sireye.
What?
It is a proverb from my country. It means the road to truth has many twists and turns.
Well, we'll straighten them all out. Don't worry. But I'm gonna need your help. What happened when you brought Chertan to the infirmary?
I already told you everything. We laid him on the table. Crow went his own way and I started cleaning Chertan's wounds. Then I gave him some wine to drink. And he suddenly began to shake and vomit blood soon after. He was dead.
And what happened next?
Then the noble lord of Borum Laka arrived and started to go mad.
Did Chertan say anything before he died?
He tried to, but my Hungarian is not as good as I thought. He was coughing so much that I could not understand anything.
What about that wine? Could I take a look at it?
Lord Grozov poured it away in anger before you arrived, so that I could not poison anyone else, he said.
He poured it away? When it could have helped us? The wine was evidence.
Evidence that here in Bohemia you will drink, even vinegar. It smelt and looked the same, as always. Except perhaps it was a little more cloudy.
Where was the wine from, actually?
A bathhouse maid brought it to me along with my clean laundry. A very pretty girl. Black hair, nicely built. Catherine, I think she's called.
Catherine?
She does
you
not
sure?
have black
Absolutely.
hair.
But I doubt that she was mixed up in this. Chertan was not the first person I gave the wine to today. The wine must have been poisoned here, in my infirmary.
All right. But what now? How will we find the murderer?
I have done some thinking about that. After all, what else can I do here? The best thing would be to investigate the poison. Every poison has different effects. One makes your hair fall out. Another turns your guts inside out. If we discover what poison was used on Chertan, we just have to find it, and the mystery is solved.
How can we identify the poison, then?
That is not hard. I examine the dead body, I find the symptoms of the poison, and I compare them with known effects of poisons. That is, I would, if I could get out of here.
And could I help you somehow? Can't be that hard, can it?
Certainly not. Why study something for years when common sense is enough? I'm sorry. That was not courteous of me. The first thing to do is to go to Chertan's corpse and examine it thoroughly. You must remember everything that looks strange to you. In the infirmary, you'll find a chest. Take from it my almanac of poisons. And
I've already
compare what
done
you
all
saw
that.
with the symptoms described there. You can read, I hope.
Yes.
Pretty well.
Excellent. The chest is locked. But I trust you will manage somehow.
Right. Examine Chertan's body and read the book. I can manage that. Who do you think killed Chertan?
I have no idea. But what I do know is that we will not get anywhere if we suspect everyone in the camp. Who do you think is the prime suspect at this moment?
I heard Sir Grozov couldn't stand Chertan.
I have heard the same. And did you notice how quickly he accused me?
Well, what do you think?
And I would bet that it was one of us who was there at the time. And because it cannot be you, me, or Katz, that leaves Grozov, Stephen, and the two guards. Someone should question them all. Maybe their statements will give something away.
Well, I don't have much time, but I'll try to talk to them.
I am very grateful, my...
What if we forgot about finding the murderer, and I just helped you escape? You'd be long gone before Grozov found out.
Thank you for the offer. But look at me. My appearance is a little... conspicuous. And even if I did get away by some miracle, they would punish you and Katz instead of me.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Holy Mary, Mother of God, don't let me miss anything. And forgive me for what I'm doing to this unfortunate wretch. He looks a bit ruddy. But is that from the poison? Or was he just drunk? I can't see anything strange here. No bruises or broken lips. No signs of poisoning. Ah, what a stench. He coughed up some blood, all right, but he also threw his guts up. Ah, there's no way I'm examining that. That's a nasty wound. I almost feel sorry for Chertan. But why would someone kill him in the most heavily guarded part of the camp, instead of trying to lure him outside? Oh, his belly's hacked to ribbons. Who could have butchered him like that for... Almost everything is covered in blood. But there doesn't seem to have been much of a fight. These things can't tell me anything. He looks horribly rigid and contorted. He must have died in awful spasms. Nothing strange here except the stiffness and broken nails. Could he have dug his nails into the table when the spasms started? It hurts just to think about it. Completely rigid, just like the arms. But, oh, Christ, what a stink! God, that's rank. I'll examine some other part of him instead. That'll have to do. I've found out enough. He had spasms, as red as a poppy. But that could be from drinking, or lots of things. I mustn't forget anything. That's the main thing.
Okay. This book they wanted me to read. This is gonna take a while.
Right. That's that. I should tell Musa what I've learned. I read that book of yours, and I think I know now what Chertan was poisoned with.
What do you mean, you think? Do you know or not?
The potion is called Kiss of Death. It causes vomiting, cramps, boils, and rapid death.
This name means nothing to me. I suppose I did not get that far in the book.
It's not
But
that
if you think
long
the
of a
symptoms
book.
are the same, I will believe you.
It was like
Are you
10
sure it was
pages
just
at
poison?
most.
Were there not more in the book?
Absolutely certain. The murderer couldn't have used anything else.
All right. I have no choice but to believe you. Now, we can only hope that the murderer has not had time to get rid of the evidence.
I better start searching fast, hadn't I? You said that the suspects are Grozav, Crow, and the 2 guards. This won't take long.
Wait a moment. There is something I must tell you.
Of course. Go on.
First, you should know that I am grateful for what you are doing. Were it not for your investigation, I probably would not be standing here. Even so, it is strange. For months, the people here have been sitting around doing nothing. Then suddenly, you turn up, and everything is turned upside down. You have done more in a few days than others in many weeks.
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it?
Of course it is. I'm only saying that I find it very, very strange.
Just built different.
All right. I'll try to trust you. Maybe I'm not King Sigismund's most ardent supporter.
I knew it! I could tell straight away that you were cleverer than others in this camp.
You're pleased? Aren't you a courtier of his?
It was not my first choice. Or do you think I long to spend half my life in some dirty tent?
How did you come to be in Sigismund's court?
That is a long story. Although the Osmans are not that welcoming to my people, the Sultan at the time received envoys from all over the world, so I was useful. But soon after, we found ourselves at war with Timur. Luckily, that is, luckily for me, it was around then that Sigismund's messenger came to see the Sultan, and I managed to persuade the Sultan to send me to Hungary as a goodwill gesture. I am sure you understand that I did not want to wait for Timur's savages to cut my head off. But let us just say that King Sigismund did not show me the respect my position is worthy of. Instead of making me his counselor and physician, he sent me here.
Well, you could go elsewhere if you don't like it here. I know a few people who would value someone like you.
I am grateful to you, my friend. But I must refuse. I have had many experiences in life and come out of them alive. And do you know why? Because I am a total coward. And not just that, I am duly proud of it. I would be very happy to get away from here, and perhaps even return home, but only when I am sure I will survive the journey. So I think it will be best if we each go our own way.
You know nothing, I know nothing.
And this conversation never took place.
I'd better go and search the tents.
Good luck. I am depending on you.
Stop, you bastard!
But I'm Musa's assistant, and I need his advice. We've got lots of sick men.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but nobody's allowed to see Musa.
water smells of flowers of some kind. Like roses? Oak. And dry as a bone. Nails. Is Crow planning on building a cottage instead of a tent? But they're covered in some kind of dirt. Hold on. Nails, rosewater, oak bark. They're all used to brew Kiss of Death.
Tomorrow.
Right. I found out all I could. I reckon I'm as ready for the trial as I'll ever be.
My word, you're bristling with confidence. We still have some time, so calm down. In the meantime, I'll go and get everything ready.
Well then, gentlemen. I understood from your letter roughly what happened, and I trust we can settle the matter quickly and quietly. But before we get started, I have to say you've disappointed me, Sir Grosov. King Sigismund placed his trust in you, but you don't seem to be up to the task.
That's not true. I took a few tattered tents and turned them into a proper military camp. Everything here is as it should be.
Only your soldiers seem to die from time to time, eh?
There are always problems, but as you can see, I can deal with them. We caught Musa of Mali in the act. You just need to pronounce judgment.
Musa is innocent.
Christ, Henry, be quiet. And who might you be?
That is Henry, sir. One of my best soldiers. He just doesn't know when to keep his mouth shut.
Let him speak, then. I'm sure he has something very important to tell us. Tell me, lad, why is Musa innocent, in your opinion?
Well, that's simple, sir. Musa was with me and Commander Katz at the time when Chertan was stabbed.
That doesn't prove anything.
Do you think I stabbed him? From afar?
Musa of Mali will remain silent until I personally ask him a question.
Katz and the boy were drunk. Musa could easily have disappeared for a while. Nobody would have noticed him in the dark anyway.
I find that hard to believe. But if it wasn't Musa, who did kill Chertan?
Chertan was killed by our corporal, Stephen, known as Crow.
What? Me? Fucking hell, Henry. Crow? That one with the mustache?
That's
Yes.
right, sir. He's Katz's right-hand man. I bet they're both mixed up in it.
Nobody asked for your opinion, but I am eager to hear yours, lad. And start at the beginning. What happened that night by the powder store, by your reckoning?
Crow tried to break into the store to steal powder, but Chertan caught him in the act. A fight broke out, and that's how it ended.
What nonsense! Where's your proof?
There was powder scattered all over the storeroom floor. Crow scattered the powder, but then he had to flee.
Anyone could have done that. Is that the best you can do?
Stop all this shouting! Listening to peasants like you two is painful. What happened next? You carried Chertan to the infirmary? Isn't that right, Sir Musa?
Yes, sir. There, I gave him wine to drink, and I prepared to stitch his wounds, but he died before I could.
It seems someone poisoned the poor fella.
Crow definitely poisoned the wine. Maybe Musa turned his back, and at that moment, he poured it into the goblet.
What do you think of that, Sir Musa?
It is not impossible. I had to go and get clean bandages and water to wash the wounds.
You're not gonna take this seriously, are you? Ha! Even if that happened to be true, where would I have got the poison?
You brewed it yourself. I found rosewater, nails, and oak bark in your tent. Stuff used to brew a poison called Kiss of Death. And that's exactly what was used to kill Chertan, sir.
You fucker! I don't have any of those things!
That's enough! I've heard all I need to know. Katz, I hereby convict that corporal of yours for murder.
What?
Sir Grosov, have a gallows erected.
Leave me alone!
Don't make this harder than it need be. We could have you tortured, too.
You whoresons! Just try and catch me!
You're a dead man.
Bitch, did you mean to hit me?
Bash him on the head!
Well, Lord Stieberitz, I'd say we've cleared everything up.
True. Get rid of the body outside the camp. He doesn't deserve to be buried with soldiers who fell for the king. And I apologize to you, Sir Musa, for all this unpleasantness.
My head will remain on my shoulders. That is the main thing.
You needn't have been afraid of that. Your sort get hanged. It's a waste of a blade.
I wouldn't laugh so much if I were you. You aren't up to running the camp. Under these circumstances, I can't let you remain here unsupervised.
What? I didn't do anything.
Exactly. And look where your inaction brought us. I will take command for the moment.
You can't do that.
Indeed, I can. And much more besides. I will live in the royal tent. I'm sure cats will be happy to leave it to me.
It's all yours. We won't be staying much longer anyway, will we, Henry?
As you command, sir.
Then I do command, soldier. Go and pack.
Have I got time to stop by the baths? There's something I need to sort out there.
All right, but hurry. I don't intend to make the journey in the dark just because you want to dip your wick one last time.
Hi.
It's happening. The Praggers are leaving for Sedlets.
At last, I won't have to wash the Cuman's asses anymore.
Tell Zizka everything, so they're ready for the ambush.
I will. But be careful once it all starts. I wouldn't want Dry Devil blowing your brains out by mistake.
By the way, what did you want?
You said you needed my help with something?
I do. It's just... Well, it's not easy to talk about, you know? Someone's been following me. I haven't actually seen anyone, but I can't help feeling someone staring at me all the time. And once, I even heard something.
What did you hear?
The other night, I was woken up by a man's voice. Like he was standing close by and whispering.
Do you think someone's found out who you are?
Judging by the mumbling, I reckon this is about something else entirely. But you never know what a creep like him might notice. I'd feel a lot better if you could get rid of him somehow.
Do you know who it is?
Did you understand what the bloke was saying?
Not a word. It didn't sound like Czech.
What did it sound like? Polish? German?
Hungarian. You can't mistake their gibberish for anything else.
When did all this happen?
About 2 days ago. It was quite late at night. I haven't slept a wink since.
Has anything else strange happened?
No. Except maybe... I lost a shoe.
A shoe? Just one?
That's just what's so strange about it. If both went missing, I just think someone stole them. But one? What good is one of my shoes to anyone?
I could think of a few things.
Yuck.
Let's hope it's nothing serious. But we should find the bloke and have a word with him.
What do you plan to do?
Well, there can't be that many humans here, can there? I should just go around asking them one by one.
With your big mouth? You might as well put a sign reading spy on my back. Unless you find someone with my shoe under their pillow, it'd be better not to mention this. And what'll you do when you find him?
I could explain to him that a woman like you isn't for him.
I suppose. If you tell him firmly enough.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. But now go. We both have work to do.
Are you gonna do anything else or just stand there talking?
So it's you. You're the human that keeps bothering the black-haired bath wench. You'll leave her alone. Got it?
Mi van? Nem értem.
What are you on about? You
Why
don't
do you-
understand a word I say, do you? Bathhouse. Das Bad. Washing. Bathhouse wench. Woman. No watching. 9. Got that? Again?
Igen? Aha. A fürdős lány. Miért ne? Minek ütöd bele az orrod? Igen. Szeretem.
Das Boot. Steel. Warum?
Das Boot nekem, szuveníre.
Couldn't you have stolen a scarf, for Christ's sake? You, woman, warum looken? That bad. Keine Liebe.
Én szerelmes. Ő hajad.
She's scared. Sakra. It's like talking to a horse. Ah! Help! That man wants to hurt me! Help! Save me! Huh? Bathhouse woman? Afraid. You? Go away. Du Schwein. Nicht amor.
Mi van? Félt tőlem. De én ezt nem akartam. Nicht amor.
See how easily we came to an agreement?
Yeah, I don't understand a word of that. Also, she's not even here. Alright, so we getting this thing started?
Alright, I'm ready. We can get out of here.
The sooner the better. Deserters, traitors, murders. I'm getting too old for all this. I still can't believe that Kyle betrayed us. Why the fuck didn't I notice anything earlier?
Ah, don't worry about it. He was one wily bastard.
In any case, the company's missing a corporal now. And I was thinking the post should go to someone capable. You may be new, but you've been a real help to me. And the lads will obey you. I'll make sure of that. What do you say?
I mean, it's not like it's gonna matter.
I assume a corporal has better pay.
You'd get a bit more, eh? But don't expect to be building a palace in Old Town Square.
What are a corporal's duties?
Not much. I take care of the weapons and powder, and the pay, too. But I need someone on hand who would muster the men. The main thing is to make sure nobody slacks off, and not to come running to me with every stupid gripe.
I don't know what to say.
Say yes! What else, you dolt?
It'll be an honor, sir.
You can stick the sir where the sun don't shine. Well, let's leave it be now. Otherwise we won't get out of here before dark.
It
Right, Corporal.
already
Order the men to
is.
get onto the wagons.
Aye, sir.
Said let's await.
So the devil jumps him from behind a tree. But Pa, who's already got his blood up, just grabs him by the arms, wrestles him to the ground, and then starts giving birth to such a hiding. The fur is flying off. Wait, fellas. After Pa was done with it.
Show what you're made Take that! I'll rip your ass out. Come on, then! I'll lock your ass up!
Thank God. Just go where you at. Hi.
There. It's done.
What's the matter? Aren't you happy?
No.
It just doesn't seem right. What we did to those people.
Not people, the enemy. Remember that. Trust me, you'll sleep a lot better. By the way, Brabant has already brought up his promised reinforcements.
What are they like?
Well, you'll see for yourself. But now, we have to get out of here first.
Yeah, the sooner we make ourselves scarce, the better.
To the task, then.
Seems like we poked a hornet's nest with that ambush, eh?
We did. And that means the Devil's Den won't be safe much longer.
Another reason not to stick around there and attack Malashov.
Well, we're in luck. Ada's just returned from a scouting mission, and he says von Burkov's at the castle.
And what about Brabant's men? You were saying you don't like the look of them.
I just don't trust them somehow. But I'll admit that Frenchman surprised me. They're no greenhorns.
We'll see how they fare in battle.
Indeed we will. Get ready, and then we'll plan what's next.
Hey, I dealt with that thing, by the way.
I found the Cuman who was stalking you. He's called Chakan. And I reckon you won't have any more trouble from him.
Ah, thank God. How did you convince him to stop?
I just told him a woman like you wouldn't waste her time with someone like him.
And he understood? Have you learnt Cuman? Or did you explain it with your fists? But the main thing is he won't cause any more trouble. We've got more important things to worry about. And thank you. I owe you one. Now go.